Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, and today in this video I'm gonna share with you. I've just dived into a very upcoming event. I've just learned about it, and next Monday guys, we are gonna have a very interesting event upcoming. It is called the Space Launch System. Will launch and orbit 40 miles beyond the moon without human. Well, isn't it exciting? I've just gone to the main page of NASA on YouTube, and the live stream of their launch to the moon will happen 5 p.m. in the afternoon next Monday, and I can't wait. I have to tell you that. Anyway, so in case you have just heard about it, you have no idea what I am talking about, then this video is for you, because space launch system is very interesting, and if you learn about it, you will understand more about the space, right? Okay, anyway, so as you can see on the screen, this is some of the main points I've jot down from Wikipedia and NASA main page about the SLS, the first and the most powerful rocket in the world to launch beyond the moon. So let's get started. So as you can see here, that the SLS, the Space Launch System, stand for it. And here are some main information you need to learn about the SLS. For example, this is the 55 million pound aircraft, and on the main page of NASA, they called this is the super heavy lift launch vehicle that provides the foundation for human exploration beyond Earth's orbit. And so with its unprecedented power and capabilities, SLS is the only rocket that can send Orion, which is a spacecraft that have humans and some astronauts inside, and cargo directly to the moon on just a single mission. So you may wonder, so why is it the most powerful rocket? Because it have the payload, the capability and energy is really big and huge. So SLS is considered the most powerful rocket in the world, and it can carry more payload to deep space than any other vehicle that are launched in the past. So, and also according to the NASA, the SLS rocket is designed to be invulnerable, which makes it possible to fly more types of missions, not only just go to the moon, but it can also help human to explore furthermore about the Mars, about another asteroids, right? More types of missions, including human missions to the moon and Mars, and robotic scientific missions to places like the moon, Mars, Saturn, and Jupiter. It means that not only the SLS will help us to discover more about our moon, but it can also send some of the exploration systems to the moon and Mars. As you can see, some robots who is running upside down on the surface of the moon or the Mars. So currently, the SLS team has delivered and is preparing for the Artemis #1 mission, NASA's first exploration class rocket built for human space travel since the Saturn #5. So engineers and industry partners are making progress toward delivering rockets for the next several Artemis missions. So the next Monday, we'll have an upcoming launch from the Artemis #1 to orbit the moon. So remember, you can go to the live stream of the NASA fan page on the YouTube to see the live stream of it. Alright, so let's see and discover more about the SLS Block #1, which is the spacecraft will do the mission #1 by this space launch system. So as you can see here is the configuration of the SLS number block 1, and it will do 3 Artemis mission. And next Monday it will do the first mission, orbit the moon. And so if you just look at the picture, it may be very complicated and like real complex to understand. So I decided to add some more extra information to help you with that. And so we start with the most closed component of this spacecraft. It is the RS-25 engines. We have 4 to support this spacecraft, as you can see here. We have 4. And beside, we have the twin solid rocket boosters, as you can see here. This and this beside the spacecraft. And at this, inside this main part, we will have the core stage. So let's see next. At here, we will have like the launch vehicle stage adapter, and all this part here is the Orion spacecraft. As I've mentioned earlier, is that the SLS block number 1 will send the Orion to orbit beyond the moon 40,000 miles here. Orion orbits 40,000 miles beyond moon without human, which is like uncrewed. And let's see. So we have some parts of the Orion. First, this part is the interim cryogenic propulsion stage. Well, to be honest, I don't know how to pronounce this word, so please forgive me if I've pronounced it, or if I've mispronounced it or mistaken. Please forgive me. And we also have this part is the Orion stage adapter. This part is spacecraft adapter. This is the encapsulated service module panels. This is the service module, and we have the last but not least launch abort system crew module. And so as I've mentioned earlier, that it will send Orion to the moon whenever it's reaching the space. Once this gigantic spacecraft reach the space, it will release the Orion into the space, and it will automatically orbit the moon. So we will see it later. And here is the whole big picture of the SLS block number 1 crew. It has 2 twin of the solid rocket booster besides the main part, and this is the Orion crew. So that's it. That's all about the components and the configuration of the SLS Block 1. We'll do the first mission next Monday. And here we have the SLS number 1 in the launch part. It's super gigantic, and the person will just like equivalent to this part. So that you will imagine how gigantic and huge this rocket is. And that's all about the overview of some components and what made up the SLS block number 1. And now let's learn more about the first mission next Monday, as I mentioned like millions of times in this video. And so this spacecraft will do 3 missions in the future. But in this August 29th, 2022, it will do the first mission ever, the very first time this go into the space. It is called the Artemis number 1. And in case you wonder how the height of this huge spacecraft, and it is 220 feet, it means that it's way taller than the Statue of Liberty in New York. Wow. And it also have the weight of 5.75 million pounds. It's so heavy. You can imagine it. Just go to the internet and then convert it into kilograms. You will see how big it is. So according to NASA, during launch and ascent, SLS will produce 8.8 million pounds of maximum thrust, 15% more thrust than the Saturn number 5 rocket. So for Artemis number 1, block one will launch an uncrewed mean that without human, Orion spacecraft to an orbit 40,000 miles beyond the moon or 280,000 miles from Earth. This mission would demonstrate the integrated system performance of SLS, Orion, and exploration ground systems prior to a crewed flight. Crewed flight means that when the flight has astronauts, human inside it. The Artemis #2 mission will send astronauts on a flight to orbit the moon. These missions pave the way for landing astronauts on the moon. As far as I am concerned, is that the Artemis #2 will launch in 2024, 2 years later. So yeah, now we just focused on their first mission. And I think that's it for today's video about the space launch system #1. I know that there are so many things out there. That's just about my personal, that's just what I know about this launch. I want to share with you guys in case you wonder and in case you come across some of the launch part you don't know, and you will know it. And if you want more information, want to learn more about this, I will put the link in the description box below about some resources you can refer and consult. And I'll see you tomorrow with a very interesting, and I can't wait for tomorrow to show you guys my topic. And now I gotta say goodbye because now I gotta go to my English class. Now I'll see you tomorrow. Bye bye.